Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another video. My name is Tom. Thank you for joining me. I wanted to real quick record this video. It is in the middle of the night. I think it's around midnight or so. But I wanted to come on here while I was with the Inspector General herself. And I thought I'd give you guys a quick update on the condition of my health. So in the last video, I talked about atrial fibrillation, having had an atrial fibrillation event. Well, without getting into too much medical nerddom, the heart has 4 chambers. Those chambers are supposed to beat together in sync, essentially, inflating and deflating the heart, which in turn sucks blood in, and then as it compresses, it shoots it out the top into your arteries. Now, when you have a fibrillation event or some kind of a murmur or arrhythmia or something like that, essentially what happens is your heart gets out of whack. It gets out of sync with itself, and that can cause all sorts of issues, with one of the more serious ones being, not going to death, but causing a stroke and potentially, blowing a clot through your artery into your brain or into your lungs or what have you. It's kind of a scary prospect, but if you're in decent health and you don't have any of the, the side effects of bad health, diabetes and whatever else and other problems that could potentially affect your blood chemistry, then you don't have to worry about it. My doctor and I sat down, we talked about it. They hooked me up to a machine. It was an EKG machine, essentially a glorified PC laptop with a USB device that they hooked up to me. And it confirmed that I did in fact have atrial fibrillation. She ordered a bunch of tests, blood work, that I had to do, but I had to do it on a fasted, schedule, which means no food, between 8 and I think it was 8 to 12 hours. I split the difference. I did 10 hours of fasting, and I went there today, and for the first time in my life, my blood chemistry was skewed, and it was skewed in that the blood results showed that my white blood cell count was elevated, my lymphocytes were elevated, and it showed that my body is fighting some kind of an infection. What it is, I have no clue. I haven't been sick. My wife and son were sick about 10 days ago. They got cold symptoms, and then it came and went. I have nothing. No scratchy throat, no runny nose, no headaches, no fever. Nothing. It's like nothing ever happened to me, but yet the test results indicate that my body's fighting something. So taking those tests in with the side effect of the atrial fibrillation, I'm guessing that whatever I caught instigated this electrical issue in my body that caused my heart to flutter, because I have no reason to think otherwise. I am trying to stick in the positive, so I'm thinking to myself, this will pass. I'm thinking to myself, I need to do better with my diet, with my exercise routine, and I get it. 2 years ago, I lost 100 pounds in 9 months, and you know what? It's time to do that same thing again. So I'm trying to get my head into a better headspace. I'm trying to get just my determination to the point where I can stand up and just say, you know what, screw this. I'm not letting this kill me. I'm not letting this affect my body. I'm not letting this affect my work, my family, whatever else you can add to that. And I know that in the end, everything will be okay. So that's about it. The other test results were relatively normal. Nothing crazy really to write home about, but I am overweight. I admit that, and I do need to address that as soon as possible. So, you know, I'm not going to let my weight be the determining factor of how I live my life. So that's going to be my next challenge, and in some ways it's going to be a repeat challenge because I've done it before. I'm pretty sure I'll do it again, maybe this time even better. So with that said, guys, I'm going to take my girl here inside so she can get dried off and get to bed, and I am going to do the same. So I bid you guys a very, very good evening, and as always, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you even more for watching. Have a good evening.